Hey everybody, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to share with you my October daily space that I have set up over here. I mentioned it last week for my behind the scenes video when I shared my organization box. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It seemed like you guys did, which I love doing behind the scenes videos to start off the week. Now I am going to switch up my video schedule just a little bit to help out with this busy season of life that I'm in. So I'm gonna aim for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I appreciate you sticking with me, and I am excited, like I said, to share with you all the things that I have for October daily. I also have some paper collections that I'm gonna share with you, and I'm gonna do some sorting at my desk of my different die cuts, just to show you kind of what's in the mixed bag of die cuts. So let's go over to my desk and see what collections I have. So I mentioned as I was showing you kind of the 12 by 12 cube that I picked up this collection in Missouri. It's a Simple Stories Fabulous. I think I'm saying it right. But I loved the colors. I love the greens and the neutrals and then the oranges. So I just had to pick it up. I told myself I would just pick up a few sheets, but I decided to get the whole collection, and I even added in 2 new inks that I think will work really well for this collection. I got Wild Honey and also Peeled Paint. So it was a lot of fun to be able to go to a real scrapbooking store when I was out in Missouri. So as you can see, this is the sticker sheet. I'm super excited to have some stickers. I can use them in my October daily and maybe a few in my Hobonichi. These stickers tend to be a little thicker, but I could always painstakingly peel off the backing if I want to. There's also this page, which I already have a plan on how to use this like bookshelf. And then you flip it over. Of course, it has the pattern paper, another cut apart sheet, another cut apart sheet. This one has like the journaling bits and then ghost on the back. This one I love because it has tags, and then on the back it has like blank tags. So that's going to be fun to use. This one has kind of a, what do you want to call it? Plaid, and then polka dots. I love the colors, and something so fun about having a physical collection to add to my scrapbooking October daily stash is just very exciting. I love the greenery in this one. I think that is one of the reasons it sold me, because I love anything greenery. That one, and really just the green color in general. I love the green color. And this floral as well with the spider webs. Oh, I just love it. Then bats, and flip it over and you have like a haunted house. And I'm honestly thinking about cutting this out and figuring out a way to like piece it together so that way it could be on, you know, left and right. So that would be fun to do. I used to do physical scrapbooking, 12 by 12. I would have these folders, so I have no idea where this folder came from. I have just kept them for years and years. A couple years ago I did Mommy Stein, and I've kept it. Some random bookmarks, those would be fun to color with my daughter. And then some transparencies, and then a jack-o'-lantern that I could use for something. And then I think these papers, I don't know where I picked them up, probably ordered them from scrapbooking.com. But this just holds a bunch of this and a bunch of that. So I have some papers. This looks like an old Tracy Reed kit that I probably need to just go through. Same thing with this one. I think these both should have been sorted during my printables sorting, but they just got lost in here. Some more cardstock. And let's see, oh, a haunted house. I think I made a haunted house for 2022, and I was playing with the scale, and I really wanted to get the scale correct. So this is kind of my test, and everything felt like it was a little too big, so I went ahead and changed the scale, but I kept this. One year I did Would You Rather with my family, and I saved the questions and added that in. Ooh, this is another fun drawing my daughter must have made. Oh, that's really cool. I think I told you guys last week I found a drawing in my bin, and I said I'm gonna have my daughter color that. I might have her color this one too, or maybe my son, but it'd be fun to figure out a way to like get it in the album, like maybe punch it right there and then it could fold out. I'll have to think about it. I have October and then 31, but the only one I can really use is 31. And then this colorful paper right here with the cute little trick-or-treaters on it. The other thing I wanted to mention is that I do have the latest Mandy Ford collection. And speaking of printables, I decided not to print out every single pattern paper, but I will do the die cuts because even though die cuts are a little thicker, I can use them in my Hobonichi, but I wanted to have these die cuts and I had a 4x6 that I could put it in. But it has greens and oranges, and Mandy just did a wonderful job with this collection. And I actually already did a project using this collection because I was just so excited. But I wanted to pull out a few of these so you guys could see, and then I will grab the project real quick. The first project I actually thought of for this collection was my latest selfies with my giant life-size skeleton. So this page is actually going to go in my me album for this year. And I love how it came together. All the paper strips, like I said, and then clustering and some flares there. So loved putting this together. It was super fun. So that is this collection, and I am excited to just dive into October Daily. I have a few story ideas already. I have one page that's completed. I can show you that real quick. Here's the first one completed. Remember I said I had a bunch of random die cuts. I decided to use them with this photo of me and Stella. That is what I have in terms of physical paper collections. All right, so this is the setup that I came up with. I actually did have to move my journaling cards and stories by the month box just to give myself a little bit more room. And so it's now on the other side right there. So I have this tray, which you're gonna see me kind of sort through. There's really no rhyme or reason, but I just kind of wanted to show you what's in my random die cuts. So that will be a little voiceover after this. And so that's in the muffin tin tray. This is a bunch of Color Cast Designs pieces. I did not order any this year because I still have so many pieces and I just always forget about using them. So those are right there. I also have those decorative bottles that I talked to you about last week, along with a few right there. And then of course, 2 of my Target birds. I actually have Target birds all over my house. There's 3 up here, and then there's more in other areas of my house. I love the Target birds. They're the best. So back down here, I have this little box of Scrap and Happy Studio flares. It's my collection throughout the years. I do have a recent one. It's this one, Beetlejuice. I'm hoping to go see this movie with my husband. And then 2 others that I have is Halloween Baking and Wednesday. I actually just saw a Lego set with Wednesday in her dorm room and I absolutely love it. But I have Wednesday and those 3 right there. And then this box also has sequins, and then Mandy Ford's latest collection called Hey Spooky, and I will show you a project with that in just a little bit. Over here is some washi tape. I feel like I don't have a lot of Halloween washi tape, and I will order some from BBB Supplies. I think I mentioned that in my last behind the scenes video, but definitely want to add some more washi tape to my collection. Over here in this small box, I decided to add in all of the different stickers. That way it's hopefully going to make it easier to flip through and use these stickers as the month goes on. So those are there, and then in the back I have all those glassine bags with the different printable collections. I thought about putting like some of the die cuts in another muffin tin tray, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll just hopefully remember to use those if I want to use them. Over here is the main kind of box. Well, I guess it's not the main box because I really have my stuff kind of all spread out, and generally that's what works for me, is having it all spread out like this so I can see everything that I have and pull what I want to use for my particular story. So I have all the stamp sets right here. There's a bunch of them, and I am gonna order a few more from Erica Rose Creates. And hopefully I can show you guys those soon. Here is the frames. These did not fit in the die cuts bin, and I just wanted to keep them separate. This is all the journaling cards you saw. This is the only kind of kit and printable that I kept out. It's not in a glassine bag. It's in this plastic envelope, so it wasn't gonna really fit anyways. These are the 6x6, and then I have the greeting cards along with the TN papers. And then usually I use this, and I will have to clear out this entire thing for December daily, but for October daily I was able to leave a lot of the projects that I have that are not quite finished. Now if we go down here, I don't normally, or I should say don't typically put things here, but these are 12x12 papers and they are just not gonna work up there, and they don't fit anywhere up there. When we get to my desk, I will share this awesome collection. I just picked it up when I was visiting my mom in Missouri, and I'm very excited to use it. This is Mandy Ford's collection from last year. I absolutely loved using it last year, and I can use it again this year if I want to. This one I showed you last week, behind the scenes, a really old Mandy Ford kit. Not sure if I shared this one last week for behind the scenes, but Scrap and Happy Studio, Jenny, she did a kit a couple years ago, and so I just put everything in here. Here is some random 12x12 papers. I may cut them up because I've said before I don't need 12x12 papers. Same thing with this spider web. On the back is all of these different cards. And then I think this is just like black cardstock. This one is another black, and then more of these cut-aparts. Is that what that's called? Cut-aparts. This is the Halloween collection from Ali Edwards, I think 3 years ago. No, 2. But it's old, and I can still use it. Really, October Daily covers like all the collections, and what is that saying? October Daily, I throw in everything except the kitchen sink, and I'm totally okay with that for this particular project. And then this one is Syncopation Designs, Code Orange. I think she came out with this last year, but it is still available. So this is my mixed bag of die cuts, all the die cuts that I have somehow collected over the years and do not fit into any of the printables. I am going to organize them in this muffin tin. Remember I said I got them at the Dollar Tree, and originally when I was like looking at these die cuts, I'm like, how in the world am I going to organize them? And really there isn't a lot of rhyme or reason, but up in the top right corner there is that quote with Wednesday Addams, and so I put the bigger pieces right there in that corner, and then on the other side there, the left, I put more tags and large words. And then down in the bottom right, I put like pumpkins that I had cut on the Cameo. I also have some other pumpkins and gourds that I stamped, and I'm going to go ahead and cut those out and add them to my little tin spot in the bottom right hand corner. And then these frames are just not going to fit, and I know I mentioned that already. I also have a giant pumpkin where that bat is. The pumpkin did not turn out well on my Cameo, so it is a funky looking pumpkin, and it may or may not work. It's just so funny looking, I may have to just include it. And then the die cuts that are kind of up in the left of the screen, those ones I saved to make my October daily first story, so I have those ready to go, and now all my die cuts are sorted somewhat. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing a look at my space and where I'm starting at for October daily. And again, I don't do daily, I do daily-ish. Last year I wound up with 21 stories, and the walkthrough for last year's album will come out on Friday, and I'm excited to share that. So I just pick and choose what I want to document. Every day doesn't need to be a spooky filled type of day. I just try to keep this project a little bit looser than, say, December daily. So I hope you guys have enjoyed and have a great day. Bye.